Turning now to the Middle East, where thousands are in the streets of Tehran for the funeral procession of assassinated Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh. Hamas says Haniyeh's body will be buried in Doha after today's symbolic funeral. Iran is blaming Israel and is promising revenge after Haniyeh was killed in the country's capital early yesterday morning. The attack is exacerbating concerns that the conflict in Gaza is spiraling into a wider Middle East war. Julia Chapman has been following this story for us and the procession from London. Julia, what have you seen so far?
Well, the scale of this event really does underscore just how significant Ismail Haniyeh was to Hamas and to Iran, which backs the group. It has been a very large event overseen by Iran's supreme leader himself, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who gave prayers at this ceremony. We saw thousands of people taking to the streets of Tehran to pay their respects to this man who was killed alongside a bodyguard in an attack that took place yesterday. Now, Israel has not confirmed responsibility for that. It has simply posted on social media photos of Haniyeh showing that he has been eliminated, but they have taken responsibility today for the death of another Hamas figure, a senior military commander, the head of the military wing of the group, Mohammed Deif. They say that killing took place on July 13th in an attack in Khan Yunis in Gaza. The death of Deif has only just been confirmed after an intelligence assessment of that situation. But Deif was a very significant figure in Hamas as well. He was considered to be one of the masterminds of the October 7th attacks, as well as a number of suicide bombings carried out against Israel over the years. So Israel really making the most of taking this man out. There's also a funeral happening today in Lebanon of a Hezbollah commander that Israel says it killed earlier this week.
2 assassinations in recent days. Talk to us about the fears of the wider conflict. We've heard that from various Western officials. But what does Haniyeh's assassination in particular mean for ongoing Gaza ceasefire talks?
Absolutely. There is certainly a big concern about wider regional instability. Israel says it's facing threats from many sides and it is dealing crushing blows to all of them. But certainly this does raise fears about what happens next, what kind of retaliation we could see from Iran, because, of course, this attack took place on Iranian soil. Certainly, it does raise questions as well about the peace process for Gaza. That has been something that U.S. officials have been sending signals, has been moving in the right direction in some positive progress in recent weeks. That is now very much in doubt because Haniyeh was a central figure in those talks. And we've been hearing officials such as the U.S. Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, saying what happens next is critical.
It's urgent that all parties make the right choices in the days ahead, because those choices are the difference between staying on this path of violence, of insecurity, of suffering, or moving to something very different and much better for all parties concerned.
Some officials suggesting that Israel now is in a stronger position when it comes to negotiations. It says it's still willing to continue them, but others saying that this is going to be something that has angered Hamas and may cause it to walk away altogether.
Julia Chapman reporting from London. Thanks for this, Julia.